Hello, dear student. Today we are going to discussing the unit number one, valuation of goodwill and shares. Dear student, you know about the goodwill because this concept already we have studied in the PUC first year and second year, and also in a BCom first and in a BCom third semester also. Because without the goodwill, the company cannot reach its objectives. The goodwill is nothing but as the reputations of the business. A good brand, a good name of the companies, or a quality of the product, a image of the product, and the profit oriented organizations will get much more goodwill in the organizational or the corporate sectors. So goodwill, it is the reputations of the organization. So it is one of the intangible asset for the business, in which organization or the business will get the much more goodwill. They are reached their goals. In a modern days, the success of any company depends on its goodwill. The goodwill of the company depends on its profits. So if profit of company is more, its goodwill be more. And if profits of the company is less or no profits, the goodwill be very less or zero. The amount of goodwill is entirely depends on the profitability of the company, or the amount of goodwill has direct relation with the amount of profit. So there is need to value the goodwill in right manner. That is, proper method of valuation of goodwill should be applied. How we are increasing our goodwill? When the company or the organization will given the good services to the customers. If the company or the organizations are manufactured a good qualities of the product, good quantities of the product, a valuable prices or the reasonable prices to the customer, and also if the organizations are manufactured a demand oriented product, then only the companies get much more sales. And also when the sales are increases, the companies get much more profits. If the company get the much more profit, the company automatically increases their goodwills. So here the goodwill is nothing but as the brand equities and names and the images of the company's name, the reputations, how the companies are converted, the customer's mind, how the customers are purchased in the markets, how the demand is created in the markets, that all are the treated as a goodwill in the organization. So here the meaning and definitions of goodwill. In a simple term, the word goodwill means a reputation. In accounting terms, the goodwill means the extra profit available to business concern due to various factors such as nature of business. So that will be in the company's organizations. The goodwill is very important to the every organizations. So, in a simple term, we know goodwill means the reputations, the value of the product, or the brand of the product, or the company's images. In the accounting terms, the goodwill means the extra profit, how the companies are getting extra profit or the marginal profit will get in the markets sectors. So that will be treated as the goodwill in accounting terms. Now, the definitions of goodwill. There are many definitions on goodwill, but here some important definitions are concerned for clear understand of the term goodwill. So here, the present value, according to Eric Kohler, the present value of expected future income in excess of a normal return on the investment in net tangible assets. So that means in the present value, we will be expected in the future incomes. If the present value of the company is 1 lakh rupees, so if the companies are implementing their qualities and quantities and the prices and the demand oriented product, if they are manufactured and it will be sent it to the markets, the automatically company's profit will be increases because the customers are purchase much more a product or the companies are selling much more product in the markets. So we will be expected in a future it will get a much more profits. So that is one of the goodwill for the companies. According to him, he tells the present value of expected future income in excess of a normal return on the investment in a tangible assets. So that is the definitions of the goodwill. Now, the characteristics of or features of goodwill. Goodwill has some important special features. They are goodwill is an intangible fixed asset. Yes, you know, the goodwill is intangible because we can't see, we can't uh, touch, we can't feel from that particular asset. So that is called as intangible. If the tangible means we can touch, we can feel, we can see for that assets. For example, land, building, machinery, furniture. These items are we can see, we can touch, we can feel from that particular asset. But the goodwill is can't see because it is a reputations. It is not a things. It is not a goods. Just it is a imaginations. How the brands, how the images are created in the market, how we are converting the customers' minds. So that is called as the intangibles. So the goodwill is one of the intangible fixed assets. Goodwill is an inseparable assets which cannot be sold separately. Yes, the goodwill is inseparable asset. The nothing, sorry, the any person cannot carry these assets because it cannot see. So it is inseparable assets. So which cannot be sold separately. When the companies are going to sold, when the companies are going to merge, when the companies are going to amalgamation to the another companies, in that situation the goodwill can be purchased. So otherwise we can't sell the goodwills. Goodwill has a value in case of profit making business. In case of profit making business concerns, and it has no value in a losses making business concern. Yes, if the companies are getting much more profit, then only we are making the goodwills. Otherwise, we cannot make the goodwill. If the companies are getting losses, we cannot get the goodwills because the goodwill is behind the profits only. So, if the companies are getting much more profit, the goodwill will be increases. If the companies are getting a less profit or the losses, the companies can get the good companies can lose its goodwills. So totally the goodwill is behind the profit. If the companies are getting much more profit, then only we are getting the much more goodwills. Goodwill always helps the business to earn more than normal profits. Yes, the normal profit means a regular profits, a simple profit, but the goodwill helps a much more profits. It is more than the normal profit. For example, if you want to purchase a toothpaste, you are going to ask to the shopkeeper, give a Colgate. You are not asking for give me a toothpaste. The Colgate is the brand. The Colgate is the name of the companies. The Colgate is that much of included in the customer's mind. So that is the goodwill of that particular companies. So that much of incurred in the customer's mind. So it will helps the business to earn more than the normal profits. Yes, so the normal people or the simple peoples are going to purchasing the Colgates, but they don't know about the different company's name, but the Colgate are totally attracted in the markets, and also they are converted the customers mind. So it will build their business in the markets. So again the Colgate product will be sold out in the markets. So this will be increases their profits to the companies. Now goodwill is subject to fluctuations but not depreciation. Yes, you know about the differences of the fluctuations and the differences. Here the differences means the value of the asset will be decreased. The fluctuation means the changing or the variations. How the goodwill will be fluctuated, not a depreciation. So if you are going to purchase a fixed asset, it will be depreciated, not a fluctuated. In the fixed asset, the value of the asset will be decreases. For example, if you are going to purchase a car for a 8 lakh rupees, the after the 1 years, if you are send this car in the market, you will not get a 8 lakh rupees. You will get a 7 lakh or below the 8 lakh rupees, because the value of that particular car will be decreases. But when we are going to see the goodwill, it will be fluctuated from year to year. It will be variable. It will be increases or decreases. It is totally depending on the profit of the companies. Qualities and the quantities or the demand oriented product what we are selling in the markets, that will be depending on the goodwills. So the goodwill is subject to fluctuation but not depreciations. Goodwill value depends on profit but not depends upon the money invested and expenses made on building the same. So goodwill value depends on profit but not depends on the money invested and expenses made on building the same. So here the goodwill is depending on the profit, not by the money invested to the or and expenses made on building the same. So if the companies are invested much more capitals to the business, or if the companies are expensing for building their business or expanding their business, or for advertisement for sending the product, it will not increases their uh, goodwills. But if the companies are expensing very less and also invested very less capital investments, and sell much more product in the markets, if the companies are get more than the normal profit, so the additional profit or the marginal profit will be increases to the companies, then the companies are getting much more profit. So that is called as the company's goodwill. Understood? Now, goodwill value differs from one valuer to another because its valuation is not objective but subjective. Yes, our objective is not reach the increasing our goodwill, but it is one of the subjective. What are the subjective? Our subjective is to increasing the value of the product, to sell much more product in the markets, and we are providing the good services to the customers. Then only the companies are getting much more goodwills. That means the companies are get much more profits. Then the companies are increasing their goodwills. Goodwill is recognized by Indian Accounting Standard 10. That means Accounting Standard 10 will be shows the goodwills. So these are all the characteristics of goodwills. Now, factors affecting the value of goodwill. As we know, the profitability of a company influences the valuation of goodwill, and therefore all the factors which affects the present and future earning capacity of a company. Ultimately, it affects the valuation of goodwill. The following are some of important factors. The factors means the reasons the problems are affected for the valuation of the good value of goodwill. First one is location of business premises. How we are getting increases of our goodwill or decreases of our goodwill. Location of business premises. Here location means a particular places. So if the companies are started near to the markets, or if the companies are getting local premises, for example land, labor, machinery, furniture, these are all the premises will get very less cost. When the companies are getting a much more product manufactured, it will be sent in the markets, then the companies are getting much more profits. The location of business premises, where the companies are started, so that is one of the major important terms. So that will be increases the company's profits. If the companies are started nearest to the market to purchasing of the raw materials or to purchasing of the tools and techniques, and given very less labors, so then it will be increases much more product. Now, nature of business, the type of the business are also one of the factors affecting the value of goodwill. The nature of business will be tells the size of the business. If the companies are given the service oriented or production oriented, or different type of the manufacture oriented, so that will be treated as the nature of business. So if the companies are providing the demand oriented product or demand oriented service to the customers, then only the companies are getting much more profits. Now, the next factor is monopolized business or absence of competitions. If there is no competitions to the company's product, the company will reach their objectives and goals. If there is a competition, the company needs to expense much more. There is no competition, then the companies can sell much more product in the markets. That is called as monopolized businesses or absences of competitions. Trade name and reputations. Yes, the trade name, brand, images, and the company product trade name is nothing but as the images or the brand qualities and the quantities of the product and good qualities of the services. That is also one of the trade name and reputations of the companies. It will be increases their goodwills. Then risk factors: more risk, more profit, and more goodwill. If the companies are getting much more risk, then the companies get much more profit. The companies are get less risk, the companies cannot reach its objectives, and also getting a reasonable profit only, not a much more profit. If companies get much more profit, then only its goodwill will be increases. Possession of trademark, patents, and copyrights. Yes, these are all the intangible assets. It will be behind the goodwills. When the companies are created the trademarks, patents, and copyrights, so then the companies will be increases their goodwills. So these are the factors affecting the value of goodwills. Now the types of goodwill, may mainly there are two types of the goodwills, that is purchaser goodwill and non-purchaser goodwills. The goodwill is generally divided into two types, that is purchaser goodwill and non-purchaser goodwill. Purchaser goodwill: the purchaser goodwill arises only when one enterprises is acquired by another business enterprises and the purchaser price is more than the net assets acquired. In other words, purchaser goodwill is the amount of differences between purchase consideration and value of net purchaser assets. Here, net purchaser assets means the total assets minus outside liabilities. Dear student, here purchaser goodwill and non-purchaser goodwill is there. So, non-purchaser means the companies can creating their goodwills. The companies own creating their goodwills. How they are own creating the goodwills? So they are manufacturing the good qualities and quantities of the product, and they are providing the good services to the customers. They are providing the good services after the selling the product also. But the purchaser goodwill is not like that. If the companies are going to sell their businesses to the another business, or one companies are selling their business to another person, so that is called as purchased. When the companies are sold to the another person or another business, in that situation, that particular selling company can purchasing their goodwill. That means the purchase consideration minus net assets or the total assets. Here net asset we are calculating the total assets minus outside liabilities. How much asset is there in our business? The land, building, machinery, furniture, investment, and stocks, and closing stocks, cash, cash at bank. All these are the total assets minus outside liabilities. How much liability is paid by the business to the payable by the business to the outsiders? So that will be deducted. Then we are getting the net assets. Now, what is the purchase consideration? The value of the business, what we are selling our business to another person, how much we are purchased, how much we are taken the cash for the business sold to the another person, that is called as purchase consideration. So here goodwill will be calculated through purchase price minus net assets. The purchase price is nothing but as a selling prices of the business. For example, our business will be sold for 1 crore rupees, and our net assets is just for 80 lakh rupees. For example, the total net assets, that means total asset is 1 crore, the liability is 20 lakh. Then we are getting net assets. The total asset is 1 crore minus 20 lakh is outside liabilities. We are getting 80 lakh rupees is the net assets. Now purchase consideration. The total value of the purchase consideration is 1 crore rupees minus net asset is 80 lakh. Then we are getting the goodwill is 20 lakh rupees. So these are all the purchased goodwills. So here we have one problems. M Company Limited purchased the business of S Company Limited. So M is one of the company, they are selling, so they are purchasing the business of S Company Limited, which was having tangible assets of rupees 2,50,000. Tangible asset means fixed assets. 2,50,000, that is land, building, machinery, furniture, stocks. These are all the tangible assets, and liability of rupees 75,000. So they have to providing the outside liability is 75,000. That is S companies. Now M Company Limited agreed to discharge the purchase price by the issue of 2,500 equity shares of rupees 100 each at a premium of 10 percentage. So here the M companies are going to discharge the purchase prices. So here the S company have 2,500 equity shares of rupees 100 each. That means 2 lakh 50,000. Again, premium of rupees 10 percentage. They have premium is 10 percentage. Now we have to calculate the goodwills. So we have net asset is the total asset is there, total liability is there, and also the purchase prices also is there. We can easily find out the goodwill. See here, calculations of purchase consideration. First of all, we have to find out the purchase consideration. After, we have to find out the net assets. Then we are calculating the goodwills. Now the calculations of purchase consideration. Total we have in S company have 2,500 equity shares of rupees 100 each. So per shares value is 100. Total 2,500 equity share is there. So 2,500 equity share into 100 is equal to 2,50,000. And that company will be providing the 10% premium on equity shares by M company. So M company will be purchasing the S company's business. So S company have 2,500 equity shares of rupees 100 each. Here the M company will be providing 10% premium on equity shares. So the total value of the business is 2,500 into 100, so 2,50,000, and we have to add premium, total 2,50,000 amount into 10 percentage, that is 25,000 additional amount is given by the M company to the S companies. So now purchase consideration is 2,75,000. How? 2,50,000 is the equity shares value plus premium value is 25,000. Total 2,75,000 is the purchase consideration. So we have get the purchase consideration. Now calculations of goodwill. See here, value of net asset. How we are calculating value of net asset? Total asset minus total liability. In this problem, we have 2,50,000 net asset is there, and 75,000 is the liability is there. So valuation, for calculation of valuation, we have a formula, that is purchase consideration minus net assets, right? So net asset is 2,50,000 minus 75,000, that is 1,75,000. Now purchase consideration 2,75,000, and value of net asset is 2,50,000 minus 75,000. So we have 1,75,000. Now value of goodwill is 2,75,000 minus 1,75,000. So we are getting the 1 lakh rupees. The purchase consideration is 2 lakh 75,000. Value of net asset is 1 lakh 75,000. So totally 1 lakh is the value of goodwill. So this is the problem, that is purchase consideration. On the basis of the uh, purchase goodwill, we are having the particular problems. The remaining will be discussed in the next classes. Okay. Thank you.